got here a Manfrotto 405 head. This is probably one of the worst products that I've ever owned in my life. So I've never used it actually. I've had it for quite a while, but I've never used it, and I've had it serviced already once by Manfrotto. I can't remember which of the handles they serviced, but what happens is it comes loose on the sides, and it basically doesn't engage the locking mechanism, and the tilt or the pan will just slide back and forth. It has these stickers that you grab a knife, you pull it out, and I've already taken this out, and it has a little screw in there with the L wrench. So you're going to need an L wrench, and you take that out, and you're also going to need to take this out. Of course, this is easy because I already took it out. So you take that out, and then you also need to take this one out, and this one's going to be a lot harder to take out. So for this one, you're probably going to need a screwdriver and kind of punch it out. All right, so again, just take this screw out, comes out, and this immediately comes loose from there. And again, I sent it once to Manfrotto. They charged me about $180. So when the other handle got broken, I said I'm not going to pay them another $180, especially since I've never used it, and I wanted to use that thing for night photography or something like that. Most of the time I use a ball head, and I've never used this one. Then once you've taken it out, then what you're going to do is you're going to disengage the lock, and as soon as you disengage the lock, this little part is going to pop out. As soon as you come in and disengage it, and that comes loose. So then that, you just carefully take it out, and then you're going to see it's got some grease in there. So basically this part right here, there's a little kind of like a screw in there, and that's basically what turns each time this turns, and it actually turns this gear around. So it actually makes the pan and the tilt turn when you do that. When you change this out, you actually move it out of the way, and that's why it allows you to basically turn it quickly. So now that that's done, the next thing to do is to take this other actually both screws or bolts or whatever, just take them out, and then everything should come loose. And alright, so I've taken the screw all the way out, and I've also loosened that one out, so it's not stopping the motion. And here's the other important thing that we're going to do. So now that is there, I'm just going to remember that from this I'm going to take it out 1, 2. So when I put it back in, it's going to go 2. And the reason why I did that is because to take it out, now I have to take a flathead, and I have to find an edge in there, and I'm trying not to lose the there it is. It's all messed up with the grease, but there's an edge. I'm gonna have to hold with this flathead. I'm gonna have to hold that in there, and then while I'm holding that, I'm gonna have to turn this out and unscrew that all the way, and that's how it's gonna come out. Okay, so I've taken it out, and now this comes off, and this comes off, and you're gonna see here, and this is the part that I did wrong when I put it all back together. It has a little spring in there, and that spring goes into a little hole that's in the bottom in there. You just take it out. See, it has 2 pins, has a little hole in there, and then just make sure that that goes back in there. And then this is the part that I put backwards. This thing, I put it with the round part down. It's supposed to go up because I saw it on the other two. So it's got the flat side, it's supposed to go down. Just put it in there. And then this thing has a little cross that actually lines up with this part right here. So when you put it back down, just make sure that it lines up, put it all back together, and it's basically just reverse doing what I did. Anyway, $180 that Manfrotto is going to charge you to repair this. Again, I wasn't going to do it again. I was like, you know, screw this. It's very well built. It's a good product when it's working. You know, I you know, took maybe 2 or 3 shots, put it away. Then I took it out. It was broke. Sent it in, put it away again. Took it out for a couple of shots and it was broke again. So hopefully they're new line or they've upgraded or something. Okay, one of the things I forgot to mention here is make sure you tighten that screw in there. So that's what's going to hold the this long bolt to make it turn. And the other thing also is, remember I turned it around a couple of times. So before I actually engage this lock, and I already showed you where it goes, I'm going to turn this around a couple of times. And actually it's actually stopping, so I have to pull it back a little bit because I already pulled it in a little bit. So make sure that it's not taking the spring and turning it around. So now it's going to be 1, 2, and that's it. So that'll bring this here closer to the edge and kind of center it. And then now you can actually go in there, line it up with the stop, tighten it, and we're ready. All right, so it's already locked. It's ready for the spring to catch some strength and twist it back. So as you can see, when I twist it, it gets out of the way. So make sure you don't lose this little seal. There was another little seal that was under this part. It's still there. I just didn't show you, but there's one in there. Don't lose those seals. They're important. I guess they cover for dust or whatever, so it doesn't get in there. And so now we're ready to drop this guy in there. I didn't see any directional or anything, and it works fine either way you drop it. It doesn't matter. So just put it in there, engage the lock in the way of the arrows. Make sure you go all the way around until it actually clicks in there. Once it's in there, it's locked, it has tension, it's ready to go. So it's just a matter of now going back to the tripod head, and this has a little groove over here. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it has a little groove, and this has a little dent where it actually, that groove will ride in there. So all you have to do is make sure that lines up, that's in there. And oh yeah, and then there's this little indentations that will actually line up with those too. So as long as all that is lining up with that, and then you should be fine. So just have to look for, there it is. Look for that, and then you grab your screw here, put it in there, tighten it. And I just want to say, you know, I'm not a technician, but I do repair all my equipment. I'm a photographer, and my equipment, you know, does break down and tear down, and English is my second language, so I don't know if they're bolts, if they're screws. I don't care. You can leave comments down below, tell me whatever. But again, I didn't find anybody doing any kind of repairs on these. So I thought I was gonna mess with it. I messed with it all day today until I figured it out, and it's not complicated once you figure it out. So now that this is tight in there, and I'll show you how it's good as new. So of course it's all greasy, so I'll wipe it off before I put these back on. But basically this one goes in here, this one goes here, and so it's all ready to go. You got your quick set, which you disengage the lock, put it in your desired position, lock it, works great. So it goes from there all the way to 90 degrees. Okay, goes there, 90 degrees. All right, so there it is, all ready to go, fixed. Didn't spend $180 in repairs and sending it in, whatever. Anyway, the sticker I already called Manfrotto. It's $8 to get a new one, so it'll be coming in and it'll be good as new. $6 shipping, $8 for a sticker. It's actually more expensive than a lever for the tripod. But anyway, hope you liked the video. Hope you found a way to repair your tripod head. It's a great head. Hopefully it won't break down on me anymore, and I'll use it a lot more now that I actually repaired it. But anyway, thanks a lot.